And thanks for inviting us in. It's a little after 11 o'clock. We want to begin tonight with a heated exchange over new recommendations for schools here in Indianapolis. Our Logan Gay has more from tonight's meeting where recommendations passed despite fierce pushback.
Wednesday night, in front of a heated crowd, the Indianapolis Local Education Alliance voted to approve those final recommendations that could change the future of local public schools. Before the vote, dozens of community members packed the room, urging the alliance to reject the proposals. Their main concern, the creation of a new Indianapolis Public Education Corporation to oversee both IPS and charter schools.
Both proposals stated by Elia directly strip public school systems of the democratic right of their already elected school officials.
To remove the voices of elected board officials and replace them with other overt or private agendas which do not benefit our children in the short nor long term, but only invite scavengers.
Despite the pushback, the alliance voted 8-1 to recommend the proposal. It would also require transportation for all students within IPS boundaries, exempt IPS from the state's $1 charter building law, and limit charter authorization to the mayor's office. The Indiana State Charter School Board.
I really believe that this solution, while imperfect, does afford potential to create the equitable ecosystem that all of our students deserve.
Alliance member Tina Algren, the lone no vote, says the process moved too fast.
And sometimes I see elements that could move us in the wrong direction. I see an appointed Indianapolis Public Education Corporation further distancing the parents and the students from important decisions.
IPS Superintendent Alicia Johnson acknowledges the concerns, but says she supports the recommendations overall.
With deep reservation regarding the shift in decision-making authority, but a deep belief in the remaining recommendations that I believe we need to move the system forward and to stabilize for our families, I will support the move.
Next, the recommendations will go to the Indiana General Assembly. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
And we've got more on what this public education corporation would do and who would be on it. You'll find it right now over on WTHR.com. Angela, we got some rain moving in, don't we?
Yes, Scott, don't forget the umbrella tomorrow. We've got rain on the way. It's still dry now, and it will be rain and not snow. Temperatures close to 50 again tomorrow. We'll start the day with showers and 43. Some steadier rain moving through during the afternoon and evening hours. You can see it here with Future Track 13. The arrival of a few showers early tomorrow morning. That'll have an impact on the early morning drive, and then the heavier rain from about lunchtime through early evening. Some rumbles of thunder and gusty winds too.
Angela, thanks. Tonight, police in Carmel are still trying to figure out what caused a fight that led to a library being evacuated yesterday. Our Alex Almanza joins me in studio tonight. So Alex, officers say when they showed up, there was a large crowd, right?
Yeah, Scott, police say officers walked into a crowd Tuesday afternoon, estimated between 500 and 1,000 people inside and outside the Carmel Clay Public Library after reports of a fight involving several juveniles. For safety, the building was cleared, books left behind, doors locked early. This is where people come for quiet. But people we spoke with who live nearby say what happened here this week is a sharp break from the norm.
I thought it was strange. So, I mean, we don't have that here that much. So, yeah. So I thought it was really strange, especially with the amount of people. 1,000 people, I said. We didn't see anything, we didn't hear anything, nothing.
And police say only minor injuries were reported and no one was taken to the hospital. Investigators also say there's no threat to the public as they continue to look into what led up to that disturbance. Scott?
This is truly what the word evil means.
Federal prosecutors call it one of the worst cases of child exploitation they've ever seen. They're talking about a case involving nearly 100 kids from almost every state. Tonight, we're learning a survivor here in Indiana helped catch the child predator responsible for it. Austin Ryan Lawless from Colorado is tonight heading to federal prison. Federal prosecutors say he coerced dozens of kids between the ages of 14 and 17 to create sexually explicit photos and videos. So we talked to a former prosecutor today who's worked similar cases. She told us the number of cases like this is alarming.
The reality is that these offenders don't stop. They just keep going. They keep amassing victims. They keep finding creative ways to hurt and to inflict pain on children. It's imperative that people come forward to adults and to get help and to keep asking for help until they get what they need.
Investigators tell us that Lawless may have had more victims, so we've got resources for sexual assault survivors right now. It's on WTHR.com. And tonight we're learning disturbing new details about a murder here in Indianapolis. A son accused of killing his father and trying to kill his mother. And now family members say this could have been prevented. 54-year-old Brian Pettigo is tonight charged with murder, attempted murder, auto theft, and battery. Court documents say Brian called someone and confessed to murdering his dad last week. When police got to their home, they discovered Brian's father, John, wrapped in a rug on the living room floor and his mom unresponsive in a recliner. John's niece told us that Brian has a lengthy criminal history and has threatened nearly every one of their family members.
Anger, obviously, we have, and the sadness, but the hope that this reign of fear is over. There have been warning signs, knowing that this was likelihood of happening. To see these fears become reality is just unfathomable.
She went on to say that Brian has mental health issues and was recently released from a treatment facility. Tonight he's facing 4 felony charges. Check this out. This is 360 pounds of cocaine worth around $16 million in street value. That's according to Whiteland police, who tell us it is the biggest cocaine seizure in our state's history. Tonight, all of this is set to be destroyed. Officers found it back in June when a trucker noticed his trailer was tampered with. When police opened it up, they discovered boxes of all this stuff alongside the trucker's cargo. But the person who put it in there is still on the loose tonight. Police tell us that cameras captured a possible suspect. If you have any information, please call police in Whiteland. Tonight, a woman is alerting the mayor, the city county council, and the Marion County Sheriff's Office that she intends to sue them. All because of this moment. This is at a city county council meeting back in June. This is when deputies removed Lauren Roberts from the meeting after the council president said she was talking past 2 minutes. Roberts previously accused Mayor Joe Hogsett's former chief of staff and campaign manager of sexual harassment. She came to this meeting to talk about a law firm's report following their investigation of how the mayor's administration handled those claims of sexual harassment. The notice of tort claim states she is seeking $50,000. Tonight, several former men's basketball players for IU Indianapolis are now suing the university and the Board of Trustees, saying the former head coach, Paul Corsaro, physically and mentally abused them. The university fired Corsaro earlier this season after just 1 year, saying his behavior did not meet the university's values and standards when it came to how he treated student athletes. The former players say that Corsaro routinely directed slurs at them and choked and shoved players. Corsaro also threatened a lawsuit against the university back in October, saying he was fired without cause.